What is up, guys? Long time no upload for me.
It's just a static electricity. It's us moving to the sound. Your lips are alive.
I've been lazy, that's all I can say. I just been lazy. But my life hasn't stopped rolling, I've just been lazy. So apparently, when I thought that I would stop working and just relax a little, I thought I'd have more time for videos and all that stuff. But that's not the case. Lazy makes you lazier. So I was like exponentially lazy, and that's kind of what happened. But a little update, my little unboxing update here. I got one of these. The Samsung Galaxy Tabby thingies. And this thing is freaking fantastic. I like it better than the iPad. So, I got one of these. And of course, because I got this, I got the case for it. I got this little leather case thing here, which I use when I want something thin. But then I also got this other leathery case thing here that comes with a handy dandy keyboard, because I thought I'd be typing on it, but I don't. And I just usually just carry it without a case because it's just so thin and beautiful. That's an update. I've been also shopping for SSDs. I've been going SSD nut crazy. And not because I've been buying a lot of SSDs. And if you guys don't know what SSDs are, they're just hard drives that are non-spinning. They're basically a big RAM chip. Kind of looks like that, has a connector in the back. And they're hard drives. They're really, really fast hard drives. Now, if you guys are still running traditional hard drives, that's gonna be low. So, instead of running those traditional hard drives, I've been putting SSDs to replace all the spinning hard drives. And I only have, I say, 5 terabytes of spinning hard drive. And then the rest are all SSDs, which is like 2 or 3 terabytes worth of SSDs. So when I do video edit, it is more streamlined, and I use one primarily as a scratch disk. Long story short, I've always had an SSD in my primary computer as a boot drive, but with my wife's MacBook Pro, like her Mac, it's the older MacBook Pros, but it's still incredibly fast. Only thing is she had one of those traditional spinning hard drives, and that was the only thing limiting her MacBook Pro. And she didn't really care. She's like, nah, I don't care, don't upgrade it. But me being the fantastic husband that I am, I got her the SSD and I popped it in there, and now her computer starts up in under 10 seconds. I've been upgrading SSDs on them, so I've been bidding on them. I've been trying to get them as cheap as possible, and I got one SSD, and this is why I say I've been going SSD crazy. I got a OCZ SSD, I plugged it in, I checked the smart on it, and it failed. So I contacted the seller and I said, look, your smart failed. I just want to return the drive. I didn't really run anything on it except for a couple tests to check the smart function and all that. It failed. So he's like, all right. So he gave me a refund. But the thing is, the process of how it's supposed to happen is he was supposed to accept my refund, accept my whatever, and then I'm supposed to print the shipping label, and there's like a month time for me to print that shipping label. And then after he gets the product back, he's supposed to return my money. He did it all at once. So he accepted, and then he just returned my money. Like, there was like a 3-second gap for me to print that return label, and I was pressing it and I couldn't do it. He just returned my money too quick. I contacted the company and they told me that the drive is yours, you got your money back, the case is closed, there's something we can do. I really want to get this drive back to him, because you know what? I'm not in the market to rip anybody off. That's not me. If you guys know me, I'm all about living well and laughing more. I have nowhere near anything to do with anything that's ripping people off. That's just not me. Never grew up that way, never thought that way. So I contacted the guy separately, and I was like, look, send me a shipping label. I know you messed up, but I contacted the company first, and the company contacted him, and it was a crazy fiasco. And I said, just send me a shipping label, and then I'll return it to you. It doesn't matter if I don't need to or not. I want to, because it's yours, right? It's a faulty drive. It's going to fail within a few months, but I still want to return it. So he's like, there's no way I could send you another shipping label. It won't let me. So I guess you could keep the drive and get your refund. And I was like, no, that doesn't seem fair. How about I'll give you $20 if you don't want the drive back, and I'll just use it as a scratch disk. Or just send me go to USPS.com, print a shipping label, send it to me, and I'll send it right back. Done deal. So 3 days later, I contacted him. 3 days later, and he sends me another shipping label, and now he's kind of rude too. I'm pretty sure he's kind of pissed. But again, I'm going above and beyond what I need to do to try to get the drive back to him. And so he sends me another shipping label, but he sends it to me in like the most crappiest resolution. I wish I still had it. Whatever, I printed it out, I taped it on the box, I went to, and like I was ready to return it, and obviously it didn't scan. Address was unreadable, the resolution's way too small. So I emailed him like 3 days ago saying, look, send me one of the original PDF file or a high resolution image so I can print it and send it to you. And he hasn't replied since, and I said, you know what, yesterday, day before yesterday, I one more time I was like, look, I did everything I can to try to get this drive back to you. It's your fault if you want to give up on it. For me, I think I already ordered another SSD, guys. I have several now. I have like a SSD array in my PC. So I don't need it. So I told him, you know what, if you don't reply to me in 3 days, which is plenty of time, I'm just going to throw the drive away. Which is what I'm going to do, guys, because the problem with that SSD is not only is it corrupting files, but it's also it's also reading and writing very slow. A little bit faster than a traditional hard drive. There's no point in me running that drive then. Whole point of an SSD is that I get at least 500 sequential read, 500 sequential write, and that's kind of where I want to be. I want to be at 700, but with SATA 3, it's hard to get faster speeds. Anyways, so that's like, before I go on, I got a couple of fidget spinners because I'm retarded. No, I'm not retarded. I'm just stupid. Yes, I got them because they're so popular, and I want to see what all the freaking hype is all about. And this is exactly all it does. This right here. You see this? Blurry, whatever. This is all it freaking does. All right, guys. So that is the fidget spinner, and they're kind of pricey. Especially when you get a couple of them. But interestingly enough, I sit here and I spin this, and like I start like throwing them around, like I'm spinning, and I throw it and I catch it with this hand, catch it, yeah, so on and so forth with this. So I got one of those, which is kind of stupid, but I wanted one because I'm a big baby. And finally, the pretty much a huge update, and I'm gonna go ahead and flash to the video that my wife is now a U.S. citizen. My wife is not American. You know what I'm saying? She's American. She's a smart American. So we went to the ceremony where she has to take the oath. I think my parents went through this, so this is like my third time around going through this, right? I understand my parents because they like rode a boat here and all that and crawled through dirt and I don't know. But yeah, they gave me the opportunity to have the life that I'm living right now, which is to be jobless and spend a lot of money on my credit card. Thank you, Dad and Mom and Dad. And so, yeah, my wife is from Korea. And she loves it there. And the only reason why she came down here was because of me, and I thank her for it. I love her for it. But for her to get all the benefits, it's not even benefits. For her, like, it's Trump, honestly. I don't want to say it because my wife is kind of holding it off. But after Trump became president, it's like she was on the ball. She's like Trump's inauguration, like the next day, she's like, apply for U.S. citizenship. Like, click. And so that's what happened. Because you never know what's going to happen with Trump, especially with the immigration laws going on right now. So she decided to just pull the trigger and get that done. So here is the footage of the ceremony.
Quick name checks. Is there anyone here from Guatemala today? That's as loud as you get. There you go. Is there anyone here from India today? Get there. Have people come here from Iran? Welcome. There's usually folks from Ethiopia. Right here in front. Congratulations. Sometimes we have one or two people from the Philippines originally. Step back in just 1 second. Anybody here from Mexico? That always happens. and it's fantastic. I'm not going to go through all 130 some odd countries. You saw it on the map before.
Yes, there's like 1% Filipino, 1% Asian, 98, 1% other, 97% Mexican, which is kind of funny because you saw the video. Anyways, last update. This is to you, David. I know you watch my videos at work. All right, ready to procrastinate. Hey, but I'm loving it. Thank you. I'm very happy. To all my viewers, everyone, all like 23 of you, if that watch my videos, thank you. I did ship out that juice to you. I always keep my promises, and so I did give that juice to your girlfriend. David, this is going out to you. Here's the juice. I'm finally gonna get it to you through your girlfriend. The reason why this much is missing is because apparently there's like a 100 milliliter limit on airports. So that's why this much is missing. But anyways, there you go. Here you go. It has been handed off. I am no longer responsible. Went through shipping. All right, you guys saw that. So now it's out of my hands. It's the delivery process has been started, and I did put it into a 120 ml bottle, but I had to take out 20 mLs because apparently you could only carry on 100 mLs to the airport. So that's why it's not full. It's not because I'm stingy. Could be because I'm stingy. I'm kind of out of juice too, but that's not the reason. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. That's all I've been doing for about a week since I haven't uploaded. Basically, it was just me on the computer, either watching drama or bidding. I've been bidding on a whole bunch of SSDs. And so I'm pretty much done with my RAID array. I will set that up. I'm not going to put it on video. It's kind of boring, you know. It's like 3 hours of me tearing down my PC and then like just plugging SATA cables in and just setting it up on BIOS to create an SSD that like runs really fast, and especially if you have it in a RAID array, just like the speeds are insane. It's like sequential 800, 900 megabyte read and write. So that's what I've been doing so that I could go ahead and I've been saying a lot, huh? So I could go ahead and have my PC up to date. that's it. That's it. So everything, all my computers, my MacBook Pro has obviously the PCIe SSD, which read and writes at 1,000. It's insane. My wife's MacBook Pro now has an Intel 530 SSD, which read and writes at 500. My MacBook has a Crucial M500 SSD, which read is at 430, and write is at 350, which is fine. My computer, which read is at close to 600 on my boot drive, my write is at 500, and then on my scratch disk, it's at close to 1,000 read and write. That's just because of the RAID array for the 2 drives, and then I do have a backup SSD in there as well for just extra storage, and then I have 3 spinny hard drives in there just to archive junk. Yeah, so I did get a lot more stuff. It's just that I didn't put it on video. Like I got one of these Orco dual bay hard drive readers, and I got this because of the cloning function. Fail. Okay, so it clones just fine, but then it clones everything, including the partition, which is kind of stupid because my boot drive was 256 gigabytes, and all the new SSDs that I bought was 500 gigabytes or above, 500 to a terabyte of SSD storage per drive. And if I use that 256 up here and I put the 1 terabyte down here, it'll partition my bottom terabyte drive into 256 and unallocated space as well, so that when I go put it in my computer, it'll boot up just fine, but it'll say that it's a 256 gigabyte drive. And basically I'm using a 1 terabyte drive as a 256 gigabyte drive because it copied over the partition as well. And I thought that was kind of retarded. So this thing is it's a major fail. I don't even want to put on video. That is all I got for you guys today. I'm sorry if it's a little boring. I'm trying to make it a little more fun. Hopefully I don't know, I want a better space to record. I do, but I'm recording on the Canon 80D, so hopefully my face is like nice and crisp and all that. It's kind of low light, but I don't, like, no matter what, I'll keep my shutter speed out at 1/25 of a second. Because I like this. I like how it turns out, even if I have to jack up my ISO a little bit. So it's a whole different story. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great night, great day, great afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Remember, live well, laugh more.